Hello everyone, welcome to CSR's UPSC online classes. C as in content, S as in strategy, R as in revision. So this will be our first series on polity and governance MCQs. So polity becomes a very important element of UPSC prelims because around 15 to 18 to 20 questions can come. It will vary from this range. 15 to 20 questions can come from polity and governance. Governance is mostly related to any kind of commission, any kind of act, any kind of rules. Okay, so all these things will come in the governance topic. And polity topic is basically our parliament, emergencies, state legislature, central legislature, fundamental rights, DPSP. So polity, we all know polity book is Lakshmikant, but simply studying Lakshmikant is not enough. We need to study Lakshmikant like line by line, like reading between the lines, because a lot of things are there in Lakshmikant. It becomes very exhaustive. So to revise again and again, it will only help you in attending the polity MCQs. So I'll try my best to put some extra MCQs, extra questions, which will help you in value addition. Okay, so this will be our first set, similar to our modern history MCQs and environment MCQs. So let's start. Okay, first question. Consider the following about curative petition. Okay, curative petition is in news. The origin of curative petition goes to the Rupa Ashok Hura case. Second statement, the concept of curative petition is explicitly mentioned in Article 137 of the Indian Constitution. Now, first statement is correct. First statement is correct because the concept, the origin of curative petition came from Ashok Hura. Ashok Hura case. It was a divorce case, marriage divorce case. So no need to go in detail in what happened in Rupa Ashok Hura case. You can just know from this case the origin of curative petition has come. So it means it is not mentioned. So from statement one, if you know, you can clearly like identify statement two is not correct because it came from a case. It was not mentioned. It was not explicitly mentioned in Article 137. Article 137 is review. Supreme Court can review its own order. So basically it is judicial review or review petition. Review petition. Okay. Even judicial review is not explicitly mentioned. Is not explicitly mentioned in Article 137. Okay. So Article 137 basically talks about the review petition or the procedure in how Supreme Court can if Supreme Court has given an order, how you can file a review petition so that the Supreme Court will review its own order. So that talk is in Article 137. Curative petition is basically after it comes after review petition. Now you have given a review petition. Now again the Supreme Court is reviewing its own decision and it gave a verdict. Now again, if you want that verdict to be reviewed again, so that is called curative petition. Because there may be some mismatch, there may be some wrongs. It happens, right? There may be some bias involved in the judicial proceeding. So in order to counter that, curative petition concept has come. It has come by Supreme Court itself from this Rupa Ashokura case. Okay. Now there is a difference, slight difference. Review petition, constitutional, because it has come from Article 137. Curative petition is a judicial pronouncement. Okay, it has not come from constitution, like not come from any article. Now review petition, you need within 30 days you need to filing from the verdict. Within 30 days you need to file. Here in curative petition, no such time limits. No such time limit is mentioned. Okay. Secondly, when you are filing a curative petition, the court will exactly see if there is some material involved in it. You simply can't go and file for XYZ case. It has to be used in rarest of the rare case. Now, if the Supreme Court finds that the petition does not have substance, then you have to give heavy fine. Okay, so remember this. So curative petition was in news, so I thought of including it. Uh, So these are the points you can just remember, simple points, just the difference between curative petition and review petition. Review petition comes first, Article 137. After review petition, if you want to review that judgment again, then you have to file a curative petition. No time limit is there, but in review petition, there is a 30 days. Within 30 days, you need to file it. But the thing is, the petition should include the substance, like you have to prove it. Next. The same thing I've written, Article 137 talks about the review petition, and the concept of curative petition evolved from Supreme Court judgment, Ashok Hura case. Okay, second question. Consider the following statements about Automotive Research Association of India. Now, what is this Automotive Research Association of India? First statement is it is an autonomous body affiliated to the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Second, Niti Aayog has recognized it as a scientific and research organization, that is SIRO. Now see, there is a trick here. Trick in the sense like the trap. See, if you read the word automotive research, so basically you will, first statement, you will go with the first statement because you find here Ministry of Road Transport. Now here is the trap. It is not Ministry of Road Transport. It is affiliated to Ministry of Heavy Industries. Here is the trap. It is affiliated to Ministry of Heavy Industries. Okay. Now, second statement, Niti Aayog has recognized it as a scientific and research organization. Now, Niti Aayog does not have that. Like usually, Niti Aayog will not do this. Niti Aayog is into planning and all those stuff. They will put index, they will put ranking, and all those stuff they will do. But to recognize it as a scientific and research organization, every time some of the other ministry will recognize. Niti Aayog will not, like basically, generally you can say by and large, Niti Aayog will not do this work. So here also ministry, now here they can also put key. Ministry of Heavy Industries has recognized it as a scientific and research organization. No, it is Ministry of Science and Tech. Ministry of Science and Tech had recognized it as a scientific and research organization because scientific, the word here is scientific. Okay, so Ministry of Science and Tech recognize it as a SIRO. So small things you need to uh, read and develop the way of thinking in solving an MCQ, because a lot of trap options will be put in MCQs, in particular to UPSC Prelims. It's not about other exams, but in UPSC Prelims, they will put trap options so that you get trapped in the statement and you attend it and it becomes a wrong answer. It is affiliated to Ministry of Heavy Industries. Ministry of Science and Tech has recognized it as a SIRO, Scientific and Research Organization. Okay, fine. Next, consider the following statements about Gazette of India. Now see, every time all of you guys might be might have heard about this word Gazette. This is a very common word, but very few people know exactly like it comes under which ministry. We know it is a legal document, all those laws and every rules and all those things get published, like officially they get published in the Gazette of India. So first statement is correct. It is an authorized legal document that published all official notices. Fine, first statement is correct, everyone can go with it. So first statement, so number one is correct. So here also is there, here also one is there, so everywhere one is there. Okay, now second statement, this is published by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Like see, Gazette, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, like does not match, right? Normally if you do not know about Gazette in real time, suppose in exam this question comes, so basically most of the students will find it as a wrong statement. Okay, how Gazette can come under Ministry of Housing? But the reality is it is correct statement. It comes under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Now these are strange facts which you need to know. These are strange facts. These are unique facts which you need to know. This is a part of governance. Okay. Now the third statement. So second statement is correct. The Department of Publication. Okay, fine. Gazette, published, publication. You can go with this. Under Ministry of Home Affairs is headed by Controller of Publication. Usually what you will do, you will not go with statement 2, you will go with statement 3, because you will find, okay, Department of Publication is there, okay, Ministry of Home Affairs, it's a big ministry, so might be Gazette will be under that. But the reality is it is not under Ministry of Home Affairs. It is under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Department of Publications. So Department of Publication comes under, like there is a Directorate of Printing. Directorate of Printing under Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. This Department of Publication comes under this. So it is like it takes care about the Gazette of India. Okay. So these small things you need to know, because Gazette is a very common cheese. It comes in day-to-day life. In day-to-day preparation, we used to see this word Gazette. Okay. So the Gazette of India comes under Director of Printing, Department of Publications, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. This Department of Publication is headed by Controller of Publication. Okay, fine. Next, consider the following about National Commission for Enterprises in the Unorganized Sector. Now, this is a part of governance. This can be a part of economy. Any kind of topic it can come, because it's a commission, it's a governance with economic sector. Okay. So first statement, it was established as a statutory body. It was established as a statutory body to address the issues faced by the enterprises in relation to the unorganized sector. See the statement, it was established as a statutory body. So it looks very good, right? Commission, what is there? National Commission, it might be a statutory body, it might come from an act. So basically, 50-60% of the aspirants will find it as a correct statement, but it is actually wrong. It is not a statutory body. First of all, it is not a statutory body. It's a normal executive body. There is no act. There is no NCUS act or any other act from where this commission has come. So it is not a statutory body. Second, this body comes under Ministry of Labor and Employment. Now see, National Commission for Enterprises, Unorganized Sector, these all names are there, unorganized. See, if you do not know, then only, if you know, then it's fine. If you do not know, then you get trapped. Unorganized sector, enterprises. So you might feel, okay, it talks about labor and employment and all. So it might come under the Ministry of Labor and Employment. Still then it is wrong. It comes under Ministry of MSME. Okay. So none. Both the statements are not correct, because it's not a statutory body and it comes under Ministry of MSME. Okay. So it's a part of governance and eco topic. Okay. So unorganized sector is always in news. So it's just actually a trap. This MCQ is actually a trap. This looks like a statutory body. The NCU, the commission, looks like a statutory body like others, but it's not. It is an advisory body. It came in 2004. Second statement, it also looks like it is under Ministry of Labor and Employment, but it's not. It is under Ministry of MSME. Okay. Next. Consider the following about Indian Olympic Association. Olympics always in news. We hear some of the other stuffs. Okay, fine. First, it is the governing body of the Olympic movement and the Commonwealth Games in India. Okay, it does not function under any ministry. It is recognized by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. See, all the three statements are correct. First statement is 100% correct. Everyone knows it does not function under any ministry, but it is recognized. So there is a difference. It is recognized. The word here is, it is recognized by this ministry. Correct. And it actually does not function directly under any ministry. So all these three statements are correct. Factual statements. So all these three statements are correct. Fine. So all the three are correct. Now you need to know it was established. The Indian Olympic Association was established in 1928 and Dorabji Tata was the first president. So it's a part of, it can also be a part of modern history question. So it is linked. It can be a current affair. It can be a modern history question. It can be a governance question. Okay, so it's a linked topic. Fine, next. Consider about forest advisory committee. This question we have already done in our environment MCQ set. There are already 3 sets covered: set 1, set 2, and set 3. So it is also a part of governance because it's nothing but it has come from a law. So it is a part of governance also, environmental governance. Fine. First statement: it is a statutory body created under Indian Forest Act of 1927. See, clearly I told you it is under Forest Conservation Act of 1980. Forest Conservation Act of 1980. Okay, so first statement is wrong. It is a statutory body, but act name is different. It is only an advisory. Yes, it is correct. It is chaired by the ex officio special secretary to the Minister of Environment and Climate Change. Correct. He is nothing but the DG of Forest. The same question I had covered, exactly the same question I had covered in my environment series of MCQs. You can check. You can go to the playlist and check. Fine. So 2 and 3 are correct. First statement is wrong because it is the Forest Conservation Act of 1980. This act is very important. You need to know because the CAMPA, the concept of CAMPA, that is compensatory afforestation, came from this act. The concept came. There is a separate CAMPA Act of 2016, but the concept of CAMPA came from here. Fine. So it is under Forest Conservation Act, chaired by DG Forest. It is written everywhere. It is written, but he's nothing but the ex officio special secretary to Ministry of Environment. Fine. Okay. Next question is also a current affair question. Consider the following about the recently released book, Experimental Learning, Gandhiji's Naitalim. This is a book recently released by our government. So if it is released by government, then which ministry? Okay. So it is released by Ministry of Panchayati Raj. First statement. Second statement was released in all 22 languages of the 8th schedule. See, Naitalim, Gandhiji's experimental learning. Gandhiji was into village economy. He supported village economy. He supported Panchayat and all. So that's why you might get confused. It was released by Ministry of Panchayati Raj, but the real answer is it was by Ministry of. It was first statement is wrong. It was by Ministry of Home Affairs. Sorry, Ministry of HRD. Sorry. Okay, the Education Ministry, and it was released in all 22 and no, not all. I guess it was 7 or 8 languages. I've mentioned in the explanation. Let's see. So by Ministry of HRD and not all languages. Fine. So it was released by Ministry of HRD. The book is a joint effort of Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education and State Council of Education, Research and Training, SCERTs, in 13 languages. Okay, not all languages. Okay, next question. Now this is a very important question, tricky question. It is also a trap question. Like deliberately I have framed this MCQ, the first statement, to trap. Consider the following about the recently formed IMAC, Integrated Monetary and Advisory Council. Integrated Monetary and Advisory Council. It is chaired by the Secretary, Minister of Finance, and recommends on pricing and monetary issues related to fiscal policies. Fine. Second is IMAC is not a regulatory body. Now see, before going through the answer, you need to know why this question was made and why it is trapping. So that you can develop your that skill of the way of thinking you can develop while answering MCQs in real time. See here, monetary word is there. Okay, so from this statement you can feel this is also correct because monetary word is there, pricing is there, monetary issues is there related to fiscal policies means. So you might think it is related to pure economy topic, economy or governance, economical governance topic. Okay, but this statement is actually clearly wrong. It is not a regulatory body. You will think, how can it be not a regulatory body? It is a council. It is a because the first statement already you feel it is correct. So you will think it is not a regulatory body is a wrong statement. It might be a regulatory body, but the reality is it is not a regulatory body. It is not. It does not regulate anything. It does not regulate anything. It has not come from any act. There is no law. It's an executive council. From executive resolution it has come, and it recommends, and it's an advisory body. Okay, it will not regulate anything. Now what it regulates, like what it does, that also you need to know. It does not do any work related to pricing and monetary issues related to fiscal policies. Basically It is chaired by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. See, completely different. It is the apex body for policy formulation and implementation of the roadmap to achieve 10% reduction in import dependency in oil and gas by 21-22. So we are giving exam in 2020. So it becomes a real current affair, not like those current affairs in magazines, which comes in magazines. It comes a real current affair, because you see, the target is 21-22. It's a contemporary thing. It focuses on supply and demand side management. Secretaries of various ministries are members. Okay, these are members of this IMAC of various ministries. It is not a regulatory body. It does not decide any price or something. It does not regulate anything. It does not come from any act also, no act. It simply is a body for policy formulation. They will do policy and they'll try to implement how we can create some policy to achieve 10% reduction in our oil dependency. The import, we do import, right? So we can reduce 10% of import dependency in oil and gas by 21-22. Very simple. Okay, so completely they can trap, because if you see the word integrated, this monetary and advisory comes, this monetary word, you can clearly like you might get trapped, because monetary word is a very common word. They can use it with fiscal policies, they can use it with anything. Okay, so you need to know exactly what this council does. Okay, fine. Next question, number 9. It was also in news. National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories, that is NABL. It is in news. NABL was in news due to COVID-19. Last year it was in news. This body comes under the authority of which of the following? See. So finally, this is the NABL is a kind of a laboratory. So first thing which comes to your mind, because COVID-19 there, first thing which comes to your mind is health. Okay. So most of the people may go with Ministry of Health. Even they can go with CSIR, because it is also a Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, some innovation kind of stuff they do. CSIR is from 1942, remember. It does not come under any ministry. Remember, CSIR is an autonomous body from 1942, pre-independence. It does not come under any ministry, but it gets funding. It gets funding from Ministry of Science and Tech. Remember, it is not under Ministry of Science and Tech, but in a way it is affiliated, you can say, or it gets funding from Ministry of Science and Tech. Fine. Third statement, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Now see, NABL, you might think NABL laboratory, COVID-19, what will it do? Well, like how it is related to commerce and industry. So you might think C is the wrong answer. Then D is Ministry of Science and Tech. Some people may go with Science and Tech also, but most of the people, those who do not, I'm saying those who do not know, they will go with Ministry of Health and Family Welfare or CSR. But the real answer is Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Okay, so NABL is a constituent body. It is a constituent body of QCI, Quality Council of India. Quality Council of India question has already come in our UPSC Prelims in 2017 or 18. You can check. Direct question has come. Now this is in news. And Quality Council of India is under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So it is evident this body will also come under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Fine. So these are the things you should know, because these are in current affairs, but they are not very easily available in our magazines, okay, or monthly magazines, because very few things will come from monthly magazines of various institutes. They are only for practice. You can practice, but you need to dig more. You can get the topic from there, but you have to dig more. Fine. So why it was in news? It was in news before because see, NABL is a constituent body of Quality Council of India under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. It provides, this NABL body provides accreditation to conformity assessment bodies, that labs. It provides accreditation to labs. Okay, those who do these vaccines and all, like they do testing and all. And it has a mutual agreement recognition with Asia Pacific Laboratory Accreditation Corporation, that is APLAC, and International Laboratory Accreditation Corporation, ILAC. Why it was in news in 2020 April last year, Supreme Court said COVID-19 tests must be free in government and private labs. Supreme Court also ordered that such tests should be conducted only in NABL accredited labs or agencies by WHO or ICMR. Supreme Court said that the test must be free, and the test should be conducted in those places which have the NABL accreditation. So that is why you should know what is NABL, from which ministry, all those things you should know. Okay. Next. Okay, which of the following articles need not be amended if provisions of simultaneous elections are included in the constitution? Now, simultaneous election is a topic, is a very hot topic. Like mains, in mains also you can get a question. One country, one elections. Like the ruling party is supporting this. So here it is asking which. Now, when you include simultaneous elections, so obviously you have to amend the constitution, right? You have to amend some articles of the constitution. It is asking which article need not be amended. First of all, you should know what all articles should be amended for simultaneous elections. Fine. Number one, Article 83, because 83 deals with the duration, that 5 years, deals with the duration of houses of parliament. That is 5 years, right, Lok Sabha? 5 years. So this needs to be changed because you are doing simultaneous elections, right? So all these things needs to be amended. So if parliament you are changing Article 83, you have to also change Article 85. Okay, Article 85 deals with dissolution of Lok Sabha by president. You have to change this also. So similarly, you have to change the state legislature, Article 172 and Article 174. Same thing, duration, dissolution of state. One more thing you have to change. Simultaneous elections means you have to change all the aspects of president's rule, 356. Now these are the 5 constitutional provisions which you need to change if you are including simultaneous elections in our constitution. And also you have to change in law wise, you have to change RP Act of 1951 also, because it also has a lot of provisions related to elections you need to change. So here 356 is there, 356 is there, RT 83 is there, 172 is there. So 326 need not be changed. So this is the right answer. It need not be changed because it only talks about universal adult franchise, right? So simultaneous elections, if you want to include, so no need to do anything with Article 326. Okay, so you have to remember the 5 articles. This needs to be changed because it can comes in the form of a mains question also, like what all things needs to be changed. And because it is difficult to change everything. Simultaneous election not that easy to bring because 5 articles needs to be changed. You need that majority also. Fine, you need majority and you need proper discussion on this. Okay, so these are the questions of set 1. I'll be continuing with set 2, set 3 and so on. So fine, thank you. This is my advanced level test series which you can check from my site. You can go to my site www.csrclasses.in. This is the site, csrclasses.in, and any kind of like I also take classes for any online classes mentoring. You can just contact me. Okay, thank you.